All right, forget all the debate of who's in, who's out, who should be in, who should be out.
The debate is over.
The college football playoff is finally here. I think we'll get maybe one good game out of the first weekend, right?
That's it?
Well, you got two games involving James Madison and Tulane, and they're more than 3 touchdown dogs. So, yeah, if we get 2, we're lucky. I would bank on 1, and that maybe being nice. Alabama and Oklahoma, which is Friday night. What's up, everybody? It's Onorato and Miller, Chris and Ash live on a Thursday night. If you're catching us on TV over the weekend on My 4 or on News Channel 13, we'll make our college football playoff picks as well as NFL Week 16 already. Shed a tear. The season goes way too quickly.
I know.
Only 3 games to go with some really important games in terms of playoff positioning, playoff seeding, and even just trying to get in to that tournament. So we'll make our picks with the NFL here as well on the show. We're talking with a Shaker grad, Moriah Formica.
Yes.
She is touring across the country with Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
No big deal.
She's got her own band after all the success she had on The Voice on NBC. That conversation coming up this week as well.
This is Onorato and Miller, sponsored by Alpenhaus.
Alpenhaus, Marcella's Novice Performance Industrial with us here on Onorato and Miller. A look at the 4 games we've got in the first round of the college football playoff, JMU and Oregon. This is only in order of, I guess, lowest to highest seed. I don't know how I did it this way. 20.5 points, the Ducks, right? And these are all home games, right?
Yeah,
so you're
no neutral
you're
site.
Sending JMU out to Eugene. Good luck.
Yeah.
You're sending Tulane back to Ole Miss. This game already happened this year.
And it wasn't good.
And the Rebs rolled, and they are 17.5 point favorites. And that's even without their head coach, Lane Kiffin, who, of course, has gone on to LSU. Miami and A&M should be good.
Should be.
Miami could certainly win that game. But I think a lot of people have forgotten, like, A&M was undefeated for the most of the season, not the entirety of it, but most of the season, a top 5 team all year long. And so I think the Aggies will win. We'll make our official picks coming up later. And then Bama and Oklahoma, again, a game we've already seen, and the Sooners won in Tuscaloosa.
I have to think that'll be the best game. And not only because it's an 8-9, but because they're 2 of the bigger programs, kind of the mainstays. I hope Miami A&M is good, but I don't have a lot of faith in Miami after the bad losses that they had this year. I don't love Carson Beck. I think A&M's a better team. So I think that game could get a little bit ugly in addition to JMU Oregon and Tulane Ole Miss.
We're not picking JMU Oregon or Tulane Ole Miss. The spreads just being what they are. Do you think either of those dogs could cover?
I think JMU could cover. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't think Tulane will, but I think JMU could cover.
Okay, I'm going to go the other way. There's a better shot that Tulane could cover
because
that
they've
number.
Played before.
Yeah, maybe. I just think Oregon at home.
Yeah, they're
explosive.
I know, but this isn't the Oregon team that puts up like 70 a game anymore.
No, they did put up 60 something early on against Oklahoma State, but
that's a bad team.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oklahoma State's a bad team.
I just think we're going to learn, similar to what we did last year in the playoff, that like certain teams haven't earned the first round buys. So we changed that for this year. Certain teams don't belong in this format.
I get it.
And I think we're going to learn that this year.
But they'll try to fix it by expanding it, not by keeping those teams out.
Maybe.
They'll keep them in.
Yeah.
And just expand it.
Yeah. We'll see. Okay. We will make our picks again for the college football playoff coming up here in a little bit. Knicks have won the 3rd annual NBA Cup. Big deal.
I mean,
banner worthy. The early report was that
No.
the Knicks were like, we're not hanging a banner for this thing. But I think the Lakers said that 2 years ago, and Adam Silver, the commissioner, was like, oh, yes, you are hanging a banner. Well, I want this to be
A big
viewed
deal.
as important. Banners need to hang when you win one of these. And so it's now the Lakers, the Bucks, and the Knicks.
I can't believe
The team
it's
that
the
has
third
won
annual
the
already.
NBA Cup has always made the playoffs.
Okay.
Just not,
Have they won the title?
no,
So who cares?
no, I agree. So you don't put any value on this
No.
at all?
No, other than the players get a little extra money.
Yeah, like $500,000.
Great. Good for them. So they should put a little bit of extra.
They do, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I do not care about the NBA Cup. And hang the banner. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It just seems like a little silly to be hanging a banner when all they care about is the other banner. Like, who cares about the NBA Cup if you're not hanging an NBA championship banner?
Yeah, I wouldn't hang a banner if I owned the franchise and we won the NBA Cup. The goal was not to win something in December.
Mm-hmm.
It's to win it in June. You are not going to be measured as successful as a coach or a player based on the number of NBA Cups you've won.
Right.
It's how many Larry O'Brien trophies have you won?
Mm-hmm.
And the Knicks haven't done that since 1973.
Right.
So the NBA Cup for me, it shouldn't juice up their fans in any way. And I don't even think it portends success for the Knicks this season.
Right.
They're good.
Yeah.
We've known they're good.
Mm-hmm.
But are they good enough to win the East? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I've got to see it, though.
Yeah, I think so too. And I don't know that fans get jazzed up about the cup. I think they get jazzed up more about the wins it takes to get there, and you continue winning. So that should mean good things ultimately for the end result.
Here's what I think we learned in the NBA Cup tournament. The Spurs are going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It all depends on health, as it does with any team.
Mhm.
Jalen Brunson goes down, guess what? The Knicks aren't any good. But if Victor Wembanyama can stay healthy, he is obviously already doing things in this league we've never seen done before. The Spurs are a problem. The addition of De'Aaron Fox last year was a great move. It fits perfectly with what he can do in a pick and roll kind of scenario with Wemby. But guys like Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle can really play. Like the Spurs are good. And the West is tough. And so they may not even finish in the top half of the West, but a year or two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, realistically, they'll go from basement dweller, number 1 overall pick, to contender, should be contender in 4 years, which is about as fast as you can make it happen when you're that bad. Like, listen, Wemby's first year, that was a bad team.
Yep.
Bad team. And all of a sudden, you're starting to get those pieces around who could be the best. I wouldn't call him the best player in the league, but a guy that could ultimately be the best player in the league and should win an MVP or several MVPs just because of some of the stuff he can do. It's insane.
Yeah, they threw a lob to him in the NBA Cup title game, and he barely jumped and reverse slammed it. And then a few possessions later was stepping out and knocking down a three. Like, you just can't defend this guy.
Yeah.
There's nobody big enough, tall enough to defend him.
I mean, everything is a mismatch.
Yeah.
You'd be up against the biggest player on the other team, and it's still a mismatch because he's probably 4 inches taller.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
like, the biggest guy on most teams probably 7'1".
Yeah.
7 feet.
Yeah.
Depending on who they are.
Yeah. All right. So we say no banner and maybe not that big of a deal.
I mean,
for the Knicks.
It drives interest in
okay,
an otherwise.
So then it is successful in what Adam Silver wanted to do. His whole idea was like, we have got to get fans interested before Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And we've got to get players invested in playing early season games.
No doubt. I think he's achieved his goal. I just think if you're not a rabid fan of an NBA team, which I'm not, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't make any game on a Thursday night any different than any other one I watch.
Yeah. I mean, the money is one thing.
Mhm.
It's mostly for the guy who's like 9th, 10th, 11th
Yeah, who's getting that money?
on the bench. Because if I'm Steph Curry and I'm already making $55
Yeah,
million,
$500,000. Okay, great.
another 500's nice.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but
He
it's
could
not.
write it in his
It's
check
not
tomorrow.
affecting my life.
Yeah,
and
he's right.
so I don't think the Warriors couldn't care less about
Right.
how things go at the NBA Cup.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's writing that off in a check to some charity that he supports tomorrow.
Yeah. 3rd annual NBA Cup.
I can't believe it's 3 years already.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Lakers, Bucks, and now Knicks. Mike Brown, little early success.
That's
Good for him.
that guy just keeps popping up.
Still doing it.
Just keeps popping up.
All right, quick break here on Onorato and Miller. We'll come back. We'll talk about the history that was made last weekend in the Heisman. 2 brutal injuries in the NFL in Week 15 with an incredible comeback. What does that say about the Bills? What does that say about the Patriots the rest of the way? Back in a minute.
Imagine coming home after a long day and slipping into your own personal hot tub from Wellness Spas. Let the stress of the day melt away as you soak in the therapeutic benefits of the water. Our team at Alpenhaus wants to help you relax and enjoy the advantages of owning your very own hot tub. Now offering a whole new lineup from Wellness Spas, featuring models from their City Life and Peak Life lines. Alpenhaus Pools and Hot Tubs. Visit us at Clifton Park Center and Route 30 in Amsterdam.
At Marcella's Appliance Center, our commitment is to you, providing essential appliances that families depend on for cooking, refrigeration, cleaning, and sanitation, plus appliance repair. You can have peace of mind that Marcella's is here for you today and every day, like we have been since 1957, helping you make the right choice with trusted brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and many more. Shop Marcella's Appliance Center in-store, online, or by phone. We're here for you.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alpenhaus.
Final TV show of the year.
You said TV funny.
Oh, I did? TV. Final TV.
I used to have this conversation with people about which letter you punch in TV. Is it TV or TV?
TV.
TV. So you hit the V.
Yeah.
But you just hit the T, which was interesting. Sorry.
Yeah. It just
was interesting.
Yeah, just to get people's attention.
Yeah.
Right?
Keeping everybody on their toes.
Final TV episode of the year of 2025 for us here. Off Christmas week entirely. No social media, no TV. We'll be back the week of New Year's Day. Just social media, YouTube, Facebook, News Channel 13's channels to talk about the college football playoff games. I think we get 1 game on New Year's Eve and then 3 on New Year's Day. I have to check my scheduling on that, but
Sounds great.
I believe that's right. Quarterfinals, that makes sense, right? 8 teams, yeah. So we'll be on early that week, New Year's Day week, to get into the college football playoff quarterfinals after what we see coming up here this weekend with the first round of games. Let's pick them now.
Pick them.
Here are overall records. Okay, so we will just tack on.
Good.
Yeah,
You're getting close. You were 5-1 last week. I mean, that's a great week.
Pretty good.
No, it's great.
Yep.
I would take that every week.
Bama and Oklahoma. This is Friday night, 8:00. We are both on the road favorite.
We clearly did not learn a thing from our picks last week because I believe we both chose the favorite in our college picks. Neither covered. I think that's true.
Yeah, a couple weekends ago.
Right? Oh, the Ohio State.
When you had the Big Ten championship game, the SEC championship game, we both took Bama. They got slaughtered by Georgia. We both took Ohio State. They lost by a field goal in Indiana. So we're back on Bama here. Why?
Because we're stupid?
Because I don't think...
Because Oklahoma can't score points.
There you go.
So that's why.
Yeah, that's exactly why. Now, can Bama score against Oklahoma's
Maybe
defense?
not. I think it'll be low scoring.
I do too. Alabama cannot run the ball to save their lives. I think they may have had negative rushing yards against Georgia in the
ridiculous.
SEC championship
I might
game.
be able to have positive rushing.
This is on Ty Simpson and the really talented receiving core led by Ryan Williams with Alabama. They've got to get the ball out quickly and to get those skill guys into space. I'm going to lean on Ty Simpson here over John. All right. When I'm not sure,
John Mateer.
I give me the better quarterback, and that's Ty Simpson.
Yeah, I mean now, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Beginning of the year, no.
So when I'm not sure, when it's this close, give me the better quarterback.
I was gonna say you can't really get we don't really know much about the coach. I think Brent Venables is a great coach.
Sure is. Defensively.
Defensively, yes. Although finally their defense wasn't so good when he first started there, but it has come around. I think Kalen DeBoer is a good coach.
Offensively.
But I think there's still the jury's out still on both of them.
And if Bama loses this game, I'm not saying he goes to Michigan, but it feels like there's something weird happening.
That's interesting.
In Tuscaloosa that it just isn't meshing.
They would have to pay him so much money not to go unless he just left.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
He goes. See, I'm not saying they fire him.
Yeah.
I'm saying he just feels like, this is not exactly working out the way it should.
That would be interesting.
Miami and A&M. We're only picking two of these college games here. Miami and A&M. This is Saturday at noon. We both like the Aggies.
This feels, or I mentioned it earlier, feels like a slam dunk to me. Feels like it should be a 7-point game, if not more than that. I think, but I'm not a big believer in Miami. So what say you?
Yeah, I think as long as Carson Beck doesn't screw it up,
well,
Miami has incredible talent. They have skill position guys now back at the U that remind you of the 90s of the early 2000 teams, right? Like, I get it. We will never see the 2001 Miami ever again.
Yeah.
Where you in the running back room, you had Frank Gore, Clinton Portis, and Willis McGahee.
Unbelievable.
All on the same team as running backs, right?
It's like that Alabama team. That was Eddie Lacy. I'm not going to come up with the rest of the names, but
I thought they
Derrick
had
Henry,
Mark Ingram.
I think Ingram was older.
Well, TJ Yeldon was in there with Eddie Lacy.
TJ Yeldon, Eddie Lacy. I know, but was Derrick Henry too old?
No, I think. But I'm throwing Portis, McGahee.
I know, but I'm saying Alabama was close.
Yeah.
Like when you look at that running back room, but that's the only one that's come close.
Yeah. So Miami's back to getting some of that talent. And obviously with the portal and NIL, they can acquire it a little more easily than just having to recruit kids out of high school, right? So the Hurricanes are dangerous in that way. But let's remember that A&M
Concepcion
has had a really good year here, right?
Really good.
A banner year for this program in so many ways. And defensively, they can get after the quarterback.
Yeah.
And Marcel Reed is dangerous as 3.5. 3.5.
I think it should be more. I know maybe you don't.
Okay. So those are our college picks. We'll get into the NFL later on in the show here. Speaking of the NFL, Bills pulled off a wild comeback, down 21-0. And I thought, I'm texting with buddies of mine who are Bills fans, and I'm saying, not after the game immediately, this is the type of game that gets you fired. Where at the end of the year, the Bills fire Sean McDermott and everybody goes, yeah, that one on December whatever at New England, that was the one. They come all the way back. Josh Allen again, like at some point you just feel like, okay, how many times can you ask this guy to put on the Superman cape and do everything for this team? He did it again on Sunday, down 21-0 to go beat the Patriots, get back into the race here for the AFC East.
But part of it's got to be on him for a better start. Like I understand down 21-0, he can't stop the Patriots, but you got to score quicker. Like you got to have better drives to open the game. Like some of that's going to be on him to say, hey, don't put yourself in a position where you need to come back from down 21-0. I get it. A lot of it's on the defense, but
Yeah, I would say to you, how many quarterbacks in the NFL would you feel good about coming back from 21 nothing?
There aren't a lot of them. And it wasn't so much. I am a firm believer in Josh Allen, and I do not doubt that he can come back from 21 nothing. It was the way 21 nothing happened that I thought, "Ooh, it's not their day today."
Yeah,
like
Travion Henderson running all over them, just getting pushed around.
They just looked brutal, and so you thought, "There's no chance." And then all of a sudden, as soon as it started to go, I thought it's going all the way the other way because it just had that feeling. And and I know it was in Foxborough, it's in Buffalo. I think that's you get the crowd involved. But yeah, I did not doubt once it started to go the other way that it was going all the way the other way.
So now include the AFC East. There are 6 division races in the NFL within one game with 3 games to play. The divisions that are not that close, the NFC East. And
thank you, Giants.
The AFC West. No, that can't be right. Maybe I did my math wrong on that. I'll check in the commercial break here. But the AFC East, we know the North is tight, although maybe that has fallen off with what the Steelers did and what the Ravens did. That could be that there's a 2-game difference there in the AFC North. But yeah, we've got a lot of important football. I'm not always going to say good football. There's a lot of important football here to go before we get to the playoffs and division races that need to be settled, right? We're doing this live on a Thursday night, so we're doing it before the Rams and the Seahawks play.
Yep.
Both those teams are tied for the top of the NFC West, right?
In the thick of it.
Yeah. So we'll get the Packers and the Bears this weekend, 2 teams vying for the NFC North Championship. There's just a lot of good stuff still to come in the NFL.
You got any good comments up there?
I don't know. I'm not really looking.
Let's check it out.
All right,
Carol's here. Finally back. Where we been?
I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
But yeah.
We've been here, Carol. We've been here.
It's good to be back.
We're not here next week.
It's good to be seen. Yes. Oh.
Josh. Happy birthday, Josh.
Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah.
She said they got a bunch of birthdays
all the good
coming.
Stuff.
I saw that.
Okay. Cool. Tough to have your birthday.
I think so, but now
around
you're
Christmas?
still a little bit removed.
Yeah.
But someone's birthday, maybe it's Carol's, someone's birthday's on Christmas.
I know.
And Carol, thank you for the wreath.
Yeah.
We have a beautiful wreath on the door. Thank you to Carol.
Yeah, on Christmas. Tough.
The built-in excuse, like, this is Christmas and your birthday.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I know. That's why I wouldn't want it. But you don't have a choice in the matter, unfortunately.
You gotta find some separation. Jeff's on it here. Bills. Yeah.
Go Bills.
I don't know. What are we gonna get from them when it's playoff time? Because that's all that matters here, right? Like if the Bills come back and win the division, no Bills fan is really gonna care if they don't make it to this. I'm not saying you have to win the Super Bowl. I get that you're gonna feel that way as a fan. If you get there, you gotta win it. But you've got to see some real step forward from the Bills. Can't just be, you're not going to lose to Mahomes again.
Right. He's not going to be involved.
That's not going to happen. So you've got to find a way to advance beyond the AFC Championship game this year. Speaking of Mahomes.
And now, Dirty, Difficult, and Done. Sponsored by Performance Industrial.
Bill, Karen Miller, Sean Wilcoxon, the great team at Performance Industrial. There's never a job too dirty or too difficult for them to get it done. So our Triple D segment here, difficult to see Patrick Mahomes and Micah Parsons done for the season with the same injury on the same day.
And it was pretty clear. Well, the Parsons injury, I think, was much more clear, but it was pretty clear that both of them were potentially out with ACLs. The non-contact.
Yep.
It's tough.
And this is a bigger deal in 2025 for the Packers than it is for the Chiefs. The Chiefs were not going to make the playoffs anyway, right? At some point, even if they hadn't lost Sunday, it just felt like, all right, they're probably not going to get there. Right. They're going to lose a game somewhere along the line here that will keep them out of the postseason. So Mahomes gets an early start
Mhm.
on rehabbing for 2026.
And he's
Meanwhile,
already
the
rehabbing.
Packers are trying to
Right.
continue their push to the playoffs, maybe a division crown,
Yeah.
and they don't have
Their best player,
a
arguably.
top 5 defensive
Mhm.
player in the entire league. Yes, to your point, maybe their best player, not their most important player. That's Jordan Love.
No, because
But he might be the best player,
Yeah.
Micah Parsons.
And
he changed everything. That if you go look at the stats in
Mhm.
terms of sacks and quarterback pressures, Parsons is all alone on an island in those categories compared to where Rashawn Gary is or somebody else along that defensive line for Green Bay. They
Yeah.
do not get pressure on the quarterback without Parsons. It could be a long night in Chicago. It could be a long final 3 weeks of this season.
Yeah, and they need him. And I think it's going to be very clear. There's been so much talk about Jeff Hafley and the steps that this Packers defense has taken, and they have been tremendous. And that was even before Parsons came, but Parsons has put them over the top. I mean, Parsons has made them almost impossible, I would say, to defend, really, for their offense, the other team's offensive line to defend their defensive line.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously this is a much bigger deal for the Packers because the Packers are in the playoff hunt, trying to make the playoffs and hopefully trying to make a run in the playoffs. The Chiefs not involved. It's still a big deal for the Chiefs because you're talking about now, this is a guy who Patrick Mahomes is still in his prime. This is a guy who, how does an ACL, which I know the way we think of ACLs is different now than it's ever been, but how does a major injury affect his ability to come back and be the same player that he was? We've seen him, the crazy stuff that he does, his escape ability, his ability to extend plays, get out of the pocket, throw on his off foot, throw sidearm, no look, all that stuff. But that changes when you're less mobile. So 2026, I think this is a bigger deal for the Kansas City Chiefs. 2025, I mean, technically 2026 is when they play the Super Bowl. So you know what I mean. The 25-26 season, more important for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, and you start the clock now on Mahomes' recovery. Like, how soon can he be back out there for the Chiefs?
It's crazy,
possible.
but
I
yeah.
mean, you see guys come back from the ACL in like a 7-month stretch. 9 months.
Crazy.
It feels like 9, you know, used to be a full year. No matter what, full year. Now it's like maybe 9 or 10 months.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, yeah, you're talking about him August potentially being ready. Well, I'm going to play any preseason games.
Yeah.
But maybe, like you said,
Could be
ready
week 1.
for week 1, which is crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We're going to hold off on the talk about, like, what does that mean for him going forward? Is this Travis Kelce's last year? Are the Chiefs in a complete rebuild? And if they are, do you not rush Mahomes back in any way? There's a lot in Kansas City that they've got to try to figure out here. All right, let's take a break here on Onorato and Miller. When we come back, Shaker grad Moriah Formica doing big things nationally. Touring with Trans-Siberian Orchestra. She's got her own band coming off her success on The Voice. We're talking with her next year on O&M.
The biggest RV event of the year, the Saratoga City Center RV Show. Explore the latest RVs the industry has to offer and bring the family because admission is free. This is the lowest pricing you'll see all year. And once the show ends, so do the savings. Don't miss the Saratoga City Center RV Show, January 8th through 11th.
At Marcella's Appliance Center, our commitment is to you, providing essential appliances that families depend on. For cooking, refrigeration, cleaning, and sanitation, plus appliance repair, you can have peace of mind that Marcella's is here for you today and every day, like we have been since 1957, helping you make the right choice with trusted brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and many more. Shop Marcella's Appliance Center in-store, online, or by phone. We're here for you.
Overwhelmed with holiday shopping? Relax. Alpenhaus has you covered. Check out our incredible selection of skis and snowboards and the best in performance winter apparel. And an Alpenhaus gift card is the perfect stocking stuffer. Visit Alpenhaus Ski Shop in Amsterdam, Clifton Park, and High Adventure in Latham.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alpenhaus.
Welcome back to Onorato and Miller, Chris, and Ash. And I joked off camera. Sometimes I consider myself
the most famous alumni from Shaker High School. Just
One of
kidding.
those times.
I don't ever consider myself the most famous alumni from Shaker High School, but the person in between us is certainly in the running for the most famous alumni from Shaker High School. Moriah from The Voice, but from Shaker High School, from Latham. We claim you as our own and doing huge things on the music circuit. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Chris. It doesn't get much bigger than that, right?
No, it's iconic. When people think about holiday music, Trans-Siberian Orchestra is synonymous with that now.
Hey, Moriah, by the way, hi.
Hello. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Welcome home. I know we don't
Thank
get to
you.
say that to you a lot. You don't spend a lot of time in the capital region nowadays, right?
That's right. It's been traveling a lot and just touring and stuff like that. But yeah, it's great to be home. It's great to be able to celebrate Christmas, with my family, and which we did last night. So that was so much fun.
Hey, that's okay. Just a few days early. But
Yeah, right.
right?
Just a few.
Hey, you do it when you can do it, right? Moriah,
100%.
as you tour, it would feel like arenas could all start to look and feel the same. Will MVP Arena feel different?
Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because, aside from it being a huge part of, just kind of, well, the capital region, of course, but also just my life growing up and going to various shows, and, it was the venue to be. And it was actually the first place that I ever saw Trans-Siberian Orchestra. As a little kid, my grandmother would always take us as a Christmas tradition, like many other families too, which is something that I love about TSO. But never did I think that I would be in the same arena, with the same show, getting to do that full circle moment, and have my family there, have friends there, and it's really, really surreal. And yes, the MVP Arena is going to feel much different.
Cool.
We're talking to you on a Wednesday, so obviously you will be at MVP Arena tonight as we talk to you. You toured West Coast last year, which I'm sure was really cool. Can you take us kind of through that experience being first time with them, and then maybe compare it to East Coast this year and the ability to get a little closer to home?
Yeah. I mean, the West is an amazing tour too. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful, beautiful places that you obviously don't get to see over here. There's all sorts of different types of landscapes and climates, and I mean, it's pretty dry. That's the one thing that I'm like, oh, I don't love that. But yeah, Salt Lake City, I think, on the West was always a highlight for me, because it's so beautiful and grand. Everything is so grand with the mountains and the snow everywhere. It's crazy. But a lot of the time, my family couldn't make the travel to get out west. And the West also has a lot longer drives too. So that's been a plus on the East, shorter drives. And then, of course, closer to home, which I cannot be more grateful for. Because, like I said, I get to celebrate Christmas with my family after 3 years. So it's great. I love being on East. I do.
Yeah.
Moriah, what is a moment that you've had in this show, whether it was last year or now this year, where if you could, you would stop the performance and just be like, man, let me hold on to this?
Oh, man.
Maybe it'll happen tonight.
Oh, see? There's, is any performance or a TSO one?
A TSO one, maybe in particular, right? For a lot of people, there's one particular song, right? Whereas we sit there as fans and we just think this, for me, is TSO. But as a performer, right, and somebody who saw it as a young girl and now is living it, I just wonder, is there that typical kind of stereotypical pinch me moment where you're like, gosh, I'd hang on to this forever if I could?
I would have to say something that stands out when I think about that question is my first year with TSO, I did a song called Not What You See by Sabotage. And for the tribute for Paul O'Neill. And that song, the moment that was, and just like everybody had, would put their phones out and it just looked beautiful. And I just remember being like, wow, and I just really connected with the song too, of course, which is mainly why that moment kind of stands out for me. But then I feel like another moment is just getting there at first, and then you see, Al Petrelli, and you see, Joel Hoekstra, and all these amazing legendary musicians, and you just get to watch how they work and watch their craft and how amazing they are with what they do and how they guide people and the joy that they bring families, for the last couple decades,
Yeah, we're over 25 years now of this.
Yeah. And so I would say those moments are big standout ones that I just wish that I could hold on to. And I do hold on to them, actually. So.
Right.
You mentioned, obviously, you are here in the Capital Region with TSO, but you're doing other things in music. Please update your fans on what is happening with your band, what you guys are up to, because we do know that there is much more behind this than just TSO.
Yeah, so my band Plush and I, we are gearing up to write the second album, because it's been a little bit since we put out a full-length album. It's been a while, like about 5 years, I think. So it's time to get some new music out. We're excited. We just recently became a trio, and we feel stronger than ever. And we've been writing together, and we're going to come out with this album next year. And then hopefully we're going to support that with a tour as well.
What is it about this profession now for you, not just a passion, that does kind of drive you every day, right? Like when people were just maybe finding about you through The Voice, they didn't know your talent before that, let's say, and here you are still doing it and growing in the industry. Like, I don't know, what is it that you loved early on that you feel like you still have with you today?
There's so many things. There's several things. One of the biggest things, though, is that I just love being able to, that was my way as a kid anyways, and honestly still now, of connecting with people. And I just always wanted to be somebody who could write songs and hopefully have something to say that people resonate with, like the bands that I grew up listening to did for me as a kid, because it's hard to articulate stuff sometimes.
Who helped shape you? What were some of your influences?
I would say Evanescence, Korn were two big ones. Aerosmith was a huge one.
Okay.
And Lady Gaga. Love Lady Gaga.
Okay, so now we're at two. I was going to say only one in there with that powerful female voice. Ash and I have talked about this. Like, what is it about there just being a bad you-know-what lead female singer to a band that, like, just changes the whole vibe, right, Ash?
I mean, we think so. I think so. Like, Evanescence is iconic. Like, growing up, their songs, like, you couldn't get away from their songs. And she was unlike anything I think most of us had ever heard, because you talk about growing up with Whitney Houston and Celine Dion, and those are, listen, we're talking about the Mount Rushmore of singers, period.
Right.
But Evanescence
period.
It was, like, so different. It was just, like, you don't get, when someone stands out in rock, it feels different than everything else.
Yeah, I think I don't know. There's something about rock, to me anyways, it's just so genuine and honest. And, it's like a big family. That's what I love about the rock community.
what's your voice regimen? I mean, we're making you talk.
Yeah, I know.
I'm worried about tonight. Like, what's your voice regimen? I know you're probably not even supposed to be talking today. Like, well, how do you keep the pipes squeaky clean?
It's a lot of hydration and warm ups and stuff like that. But I would say the number one thing is sleep.
Yeah.
Like, hands down, number one thing. I can do this, that, steam, X, Y, and Z, take a shower, whatever. If I don't have enough sleep, that'll just kill. It'll just take it right away.
What do your parents think of your family overall? What does your family overall think about the success you found and living some of your dreams here?
They are beyond happy and, proud and supportive. And they are the reason that, that I've been fortunate enough to be able to experience these things and be able to, carry out my dreams and goals and stuff like that. They always made it very realistic. They always did whatever they possibly could, to help get out there, play gigs, open mic nights, helping me, driving me around, the 518, looking for, different things to do, music schools, like modern day music in Clifton Park. And just, they're really amazing. They're super supportive. And they've really had a huge hand in actually pushing me gently and encouraging me to step out of my comfort zone, as a kid. Because I was really quiet. So it was, it's really important to have a support system like that.
What's your ticket count look like tonight?
I do not know, but I heard
like your people. Like, how many of your people are coming?
Yeah.
Oh man, I think there's.
Sorry,
I think there's maybe 15 to 20. I think I'm really excited. I have a lot of my family and friends coming, and
I mean, there'll be a lot of people there who probably don't realize that you're touring and are sitting in the stands and think, I think that's Moriah. Like, I think there will be people tonight that are like, isn't she from here? Like, I think maybe you'll surprise some people tonight, because it's not, TSO is such like, it is its name. There aren't a lot of people who know the individual members necessarily. It's all about the whole. So I think when people get up there and are like, oh, I recognize this person or that person, that could be cool tonight. I love that.
But it's so awesome too. You go to a show at SPAC, or Ash, you and I were at a show in Oswego this summer, right? And the band leader or part of the band, they know to shout out like, and our drummer tonight is so-and-so from, and then it goes crazy.
Chris, I got news for you. We weren't at a show in Oswego. We were in a show at Oneonta. There are two very different O cities in the state of New York.
Right. Yeah, I mixed up my central New York cities. We were in both places this summer.
We were.
One
was a show in
Oswego.
Oneonta.
Yeah, and so when they shout them out like so and so from, and then you're like, oh wow, that's awesome. I didn't know the bassist was, that's pretty cool.
Right.
So there's a member of Train who is from Glens Falls, Chris?
I think Saratoga.
Really?
Yeah. Like one of the singers, and he plays guitar. Was he bass? Did he play bass? I think so. Yeah. So yeah, that's cool. That's stuff like you don't know until you get back here, and it's like, oh, that's cool.
Dang, Train! I had no clue about that. That is really cool.
Moriah went into the Shaker High School Hall of Fame last year, Alumni Hall of Fame, which is why I started with, hey, one of the most famous alumni, because she is now officially. But yes, thank you for doing this. We appreciate. I know your schedule is crazy, so I texted your brother because he's again like one of your biggest fans. I'm like, hey, here's the deal. We'd love to have her on. What do you think? And he was like, I think you should email her. I'm like, okay.
Thank you guys so much. I'm so happy that we got to do this.
Yeah. We hope people come out to see you, and we hope you have a great experience tonight. That could be like, this could be, like you said, full circle. Like, I think this will be a really cool moment for you. So I hope you get as much out of it as your family and friends do in the audience. Tell your parents, your family, everybody we said hi and thank you. And I hope tonight's awesome.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Ash.
It's time for the biggest RV event of the year, the Saratoga City Center RV Show. Explore the latest RVs the industry has to offer and bring the family because admission is free. This is the lowest pricing you'll see all year. And once the show ends, so do the savings. Don't miss the Saratoga City Center RV Show, January 8th through 11th.
The great thing about novices, no matter who you are, they're going to put all the detail in the world into your brand. I feel like they have been a big part of my success, making me feel comfortable.
This is Harrison Butker, Super Bowl champion kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. Claim your crown.
Overwhelmed with holiday shopping? Relax. Alpenhaus has you covered. Check out our incredible selection of skis and snowboards and the best in performance winter apparel. And an Alpenhaus gift card is the perfect stocking stuffer. Visit Alpenhaus Ski Shop in Amsterdam, Clifton Park, and High Adventure in Latham.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alpenhaus.
All right, so that conversation with Moriah was recorded earlier in the week. She performed with Trans-Siberian Orchestra at MVP Arena on Wednesday, December 17th.
Give us some reviews, people.
And that's always such a big show, right? Carol says she saw TSO a couple years ago. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, that concert is a classic holiday concert now.
Yeah.
That people just go to every year when it's in town.
Yeah,
and
and
check it out.
I said to Moriah, I think off camera, I was bummed it wasn't a weekend. It feels like they've been here on the weekend, which is just a little more doable probably for a lot of families.
Yeah.
I'm sure her whole family was there regardless. But yeah, for like school kids and stuff like that, probably a little more doable on a weekend. But hey, she was here. Like, what a moment.
Yep.
I hope it was awesome because it feels like no matter what the stage, like to be in your hometown in the biggest arena we have, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Some tragic news here. If you're a NASCAR fan, you know the name Greg Biffle. And there was a plane crash on Thursday involving Greg and his family in North Carolina.
Yep.
Left the airport, plane coming back to the airport, weather conditions not great, something mechanical. We don't have the details as we do this live on a Thursday night. But Greg Biffle and his family were killed in that plane crash. Awful.
Yeah, it's been a week.
News.
It's been a week. Bad stuff, a lot of bad, tragic stuff. But yeah, terrible. We've seen the outpouring from all of NASCAR.
Yeah.
Just what a great guy. And just how horrific is to lose a whole family in kind of one fell swoop. And we've talked about the, here 1 second, gone the next.
Yep.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Mid-50s.
Yeah, 55.
Yeah.
Young kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, really sad.
We haven't hit on this yet, and it happened about a week ago now at this point.
Yeah, a little less.
Everybody saw this coming. Fernando Mendoza, the quarterback at Indiana, undefeated season. Numbers are good.
Number 1 seed.
First Hoosier ever to win the Heisman.
You didn't like it.
Didn't like it. No.
But there wasn't really a better answer is sort of the...
Yeah, I just think we've gone away from like was Fernando Mendoza the best player in the sport this year?
I don't know who was. I'm not sure.
I don't know. It was a very mediocre. Like Travis Hunter was the best player in the sport last year.
Yeah.
And we've seen it with other quarterbacks at times too, where like even Jaden Daniels was on an 8-4 LSU team, but he was the best player in the sport the year he won the Heisman. Mendoza, I watched a lot of Indiana football this year. And I thought,
did you ever think that word, that sentence would come out of your mouth?
No. I thought this guy can play. He's good. Heisman? Like, I don't think I'm going to look back on 2025 and go, whoa, what a year for Fernando Mendoza. Now,
if they win a national championship,
sure, but this gets voted on before that, and maybe he ends up being the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft. And
boy, that would be interesting.
Maybe it all just kind of lines up here for him. Who's going number 1?
Somebody on the defensive side of the ball or something like that. It won't. I can't imagine it's Fernando Mendoza.
Okay.
But people have reached for more before. The quarterback is a desperate position in the NFL, and teams will take chances. We've seen it.
Didn't even mean to go there, but here's your NFL draft order. The Giants don't need a quarterback.
Right. So they're not going he's not going number 1 unless they trade out.
There it is. I just don't think there's a left tackle or a pass rusher.
And they don't need a pass rusher, to be quite honest with you.
Or a left tackle.
They've got...
No, you don't like Andrew Thomas.
He's fine.
Okay.
They used a very high draft pick on him, so he's fine.
So you're moving out. Does
Yeah,
Vegas need a quarterback?
Probably.
Does Cleveland need a quarterback?
I mean, they have about 100 of them. But
Do the Jets need a quarterback? Does
Yes.
Arizona need a quarterback?
The Jets need a quarterback.
So I've got Raiders, Browns,
The
Jets.
Browns are not
Cardinals.
going to draft a quarterback.
Why not?
Because you drafted 2 quarterbacks with 2 picks last year. You can't draft another one.
Of course you can.
I mean, you can. You shouldn't. You should.
You own, but okay, if you don't believe Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders can be your starting quarterback long term in
You
this
think
league,
that they don't believe Shedeur Sanders can be their quarterback long term?
I don't know what they believe. We
I
have
don't
3 more
think you
games
can
to,
make that
to see
decision.
here.
I think you got to hold off on
What
that
I'm
decision.
saying is, if they don't believe,
I don't believe they don't believe.
they'll have to make a decision by the end of the year. Because
You got to give him more than a season, and he hasn't even played half the season.
Josh Rosen didn't even get a full season with the Cardinals. He was a top 10
Different.
pick. They then had the number 1 pick the next year and took Kyler Murray.
I remember that.
I'm just saying.
Hasn't really
Teams
worked out all that. I
we'll
mean,
try
listen,
to figure this out
Josh Rosen
till
didn't
the end of
work out.
time.
Kyler Murray's still trying to work out.
That's not going to work out.
He's got his money, so it doesn't really matter.
Correct. All I'm saying is I could make a case for the Raiders, the Browns, the Jets, the Cardinals, and the Saints. And I could get weird.
No. Go ahead.
And look at the Rams at 10 and say they've got 2 first-round picks. You could try to find Matthew Stafford's successor and give him 2 or 3 years to sit behind Stafford, and then you've got your quarterback.
No.
Why? It's worked for the Packers twice now.
Because a top 10 pick can help you win. That team is ready to win now. A top 10 pick can help you win right now.
I get it.
Right now.
I get it.
And you don't trade the future 5 years down the road for win now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that would be far more stunning than the Falcons taking Penix in the draft where they did.
Ooh.
Because they don't the Falcons didn't have a Matthew Stafford.
No, they just gave $80 million
I know,
to Kirk Cousins.
which was their mistake.
Yeah.
Poor Kirk.
World Baseball Classic, big news here. Team USA will roll out Paul Skeens and Tarek Skubal at the top of their rotation. I'm a huge World Baseball Classic fan.
Sure. We've talked about trying to
Going.
go.
Yes, would love to go. And so good. This is huge news for Team USA. Mark DeRosa doing some good recruiting here to get some serious talent on the mound.
The 2 best pitchers in baseball.
Arguably. Yeah.
The 2 best
They both
pitchers
won
in
the Cy Young.
baseball will play for Team USA.
Yeah.
That's great news for them.
Yeah.
Now they just got to score runs
Right.
and hope
Shohei Ohtani
Shohei doesn't pitch and hit against them at the same time very
will.
well. I know.
Yeah. Yeah, he certainly will
Yeah, I mean,
Japan.
the best pitchers in baseball. And I don't think that you're going to get much argument from many people at all.
Right. Yeah, Skubal's back-to-back now. Skeens went Rookie of the Year
Cy Young.
to Cy Young. Yeah, if you're not watching the World Baseball Classic, you got to check it out. It's so cool. All right, here are our picks from last week. How did we do? 5-1 for me, 3-3 for Ash. And on the season, it's not pretty.
You're getting better.
But
I am not.
We keep chugging. We
can't stop.
Keep chugging.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Here we go. Packers and Bears Saturday night. Both
This
on
makes
Chicago
me a little
here.
sad that we're both on the Bears because this is basically like a pick 'em.
Yeah, home dog here. Bears, if you didn't watch that game at Lambeau a couple of weeks ago, they're driving for the game tying, if not winning touchdown, because it felt like a moment where Ben Johnson might be like, hey, let's go for 2 and see if we can pull this thing off.
Mhm.
And so they lose 28-21, but they were in that game the entire way. It took everything for the Packers to beat Chicago at Lambeau. Now no Micah Parsons.
Mhm.
Green Bay just continues to get banged up at the receiver position. Josh Jacobs may not play.
I know. They're injured.
Chicago.
Yeah, they're injured. And I agree. Home dog, it's a game that it feels like the Bears have to win.
Bucks and Panthers here. Now that was for the NFC North lead. This is for the NFC South lead. Both these teams stink. They both have had opportunities.
The Panthers
to
are better than they've been in a
seize
long time.
that division.
Yeah. That division stinks.
And they've blown it.
Yeah.
Carolina last week. Tampa loses on Thursday night to a bad Falcons team.
Got to take advantage.
Carolina has it in front of them, and they lose.
Mhm.
Come on, guys. So we're 2 7-7 teams here.
Home dog, but we don't care.
Yeah, we both take Tampa here.
And listen, the Panthers are better. They are much better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and maybe Bryce Young, like I don't know. It feels like they're going to have to pay him because that's what happens. Quarterbacks reach the end of their rookie deal, and you're like, well, we got to go give him $50 million. Okay, well, now good luck building the rest of the roster.
Might be on the short end of it. Might be on the low end of
that's
things.
a tough spot to be in. But the Bucks are getting healthier at receiver now. Evans is back. Godwin, Ibuka. Okay, we're both on Tampa. Jags and Broncos. I've loved Jacksonville all year.
Oh, so you're off.
But I've seen Denver at home enough.
I know.
11-game winning streak. I've seen Denver enough winning games that you just feel like maybe not that they shouldn't win, but they just find ways to win.
And that's what they've done. And that's the mark of a good team. It doesn't always have to be pretty, but they've won games. How many game-winning field goals have we seen from that team at the gun?
Yeah.
So I don't know why I picked the Jags, but I picked the Jags. So there you go.
Good defense.
Yeah,
they
no
run
doubt.
the ball well.
No doubt.
Lawrence is playing.
He's done enough.
Playing well enough with Cohen. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Steelers and Lions here. Pittsburgh got a huge win on Sunday.
And I'm not sure why I just can't buy in. Like TJ Watt's not going to play.
Right.
Probably for a while.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
That's as weird as it gets.
Yeah.
Feels like a lawsuit.
Collapse along.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know why I can't buy into the Steelers, but I definitely can't buy in without TJ.
Yeah, Detroit at home. Going to put up a lot of points. Feels like Pittsburgh just offensively won't be able to keep up with Detroit.
I'm not sure why you love the Ravens so much.
I
The
do.
Patriots are right. I mean, I know it was a bad loss last weekend. I think it's going to wake them up, but I'm out on the Ravens.
At
I can't
Baltimore,
believe they're favored.
the Ravens need this game.
Mhm.
If they're going to make the playoffs, they need this game. I'm going to take the team that is desperate in this spot, needing a win. And so a look overall at our picks for this week 16 of the
Two
NFL
different again.
season. Okay.
Two
All right.
different again. College football playoff.
Yeah, we got a lot of good football this weekend, college and NFL.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone. We'll see you closer to the new year.